Hello, and welcome to another episode of PSY-POD, the podcast about nothing. And if this is the first time you're watching this podcast, this is basically not an interview. This is not Dignum Namja. This is not BBS Channel 1, not Channel 2, not Channel 3. This is a conversation where we talk all random things and topics. And as always, we are joined with our Norli.
Good example. Hello.
And our wonderful guests today, both in different attire. Maybe they can explain why. So can you please look into the camera and say hello to our local and international fans?
Hello. Say hello.
Hello. Good example.
Okay, Mama Sada. Okay, who are you and what do you do? People already know, but those who don't know.
Let me speak.
Sorry. No.
Okay. Kusambol la nga Tandin Bidha la nga thapche la. Teringi ani podcast gutampai lan binik zo be wisi shuni jokes apart me la nga beskop chechule wina beskop chechule hipchira tatu chusi gulani bedor ani alduski jama tob na wisi shuni at tip sabe the sounds no rewina.
Okay.
Hello, good example. My name is Tashi Yoedsel Wangchuck, and I'm an artist, actor, producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, with that being said, PSY-POD starts now. PSY-POD. Real quick, guys, before we begin this episode, one question. When was the last time you guys went to Tower Café? Now, if you say last winter before the fuel price went up, then shame on you. Because Tower Café is still open, still thriving, still in the heart of Thimphu city, and also in Barbisa near Express Fitness Gym. So next time when you're thinking about a quick bite to eat, or grabbing coffee on the go like you're in a K-drama, or whether you're pretending to impress your date by knowing words like macchiato, why don't you think about Tower Café? And not only that, they have something new now. They're customized fresh fruit juice. So you can choose your own fruits, blend your own feelings, and boom, juicy juice to spice up your date. Even though juices don't have spice, but you get the point. Where hydration meets personalization, boom, your ancestors could never. So Tower Café is perfect for casual hangouts, tourist pit stops, and also first dates where you can add some juice to it. So the next time you're in town, don't just walk past Clock Tower like a confused NPC, and also don't walk past Express Fitness Gym, which you're going to probably quit in month 3. Why don't you consider stopping by Tower Café? Grab a bite to eat, have some coffee, flirt with someone on Instagram. Try it. Tower Café is a good place. Now, back to the episode. Lasso. Okay. Before we start the podcast, we also give a shout out to Domsip, who has supported this podcast with the nice audio mics you see right here.
Thank you, Domsip.
Thank you, Domsip. And also we want to thank our lovely members, our pod heads who help support this podcast directly. So thank you all. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Point them at.
Okay.
They're all above your head right now. Hi. And also we have to give another big shout out to our first pod head pro. Yes.
Wow.
Doti, Yume.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, man. What up, man? Big ups. I always appreciate Doti's support, and if you guys meet him in Perth, okay.
Congratulations.
And if you want to be a member and support the podcast, you can always, the link is in the description. We'll appreciate any kind of support. If you want a shout out like regularly, you can be a podhead. Or if you want a visual verbal shout out, you can be a podhead pro. And maung pa na podhead pro max thing but and other than that, also I've noticed that only 56% of you guys are 56% of you who watch this podcast are not subscribed. So before we begin, I would like to request if you can subscribe ngagi content at the drop begin, and I will not interrupt people to lasso. With that being said, let us begin. Okay.
Hey.
First of all, Kariche, thank you for making time out of your busy schedule. She's been running from one place to another. Tomorrow she's flying off somewhere or going somewhere. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And Wangchuck also, thank you, man. You last minute you showed up. I know you're a little nervous right now, but don't worry. A few questions in, you'll be good, man. So let's talk about something both of you have in common. Okay. So let's talk about With Love from Bhutan the more. So maybe once you can start off the more. So maybe you can explain what is this movie. And from there we can see where we can go. So please, what is With Love from Bhutan?
So With Love from Bhutan is a coming of age film. It's a family film. It's releasing on the 1st of July in theaters in Thimphu and in Paro. Paro's theater is...
Paru King of Hodang na bitin dos chunila.
Yeah, and City Cinema in Thimphu. So it's basically, the story is basically about this family. It's about culture, it's about coming together. It's about experiencing our Bhutanese traditions, revisiting our Bhutanese traditions. So, and there's a lot of food involved also.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's a little bit different. It's a simple film. We've made it with a lot of love.
No pun intended.
A lot of love.
That's why it's with love from Bhutan.
So I hope all the viewers take the time out to come and watch. Please do come and watch, you
Okay,
guys.
for sure, man. We're interested. But then, what is coming of age level? Can you give us a little premise or a synopsis, logline, Chimiga? At least wait, taste, a little taste. Yeah. What is this movie?
So there's this character called Jimmy, and he's been living away from Bhutan
Oh,
for 20 years, and he comes back to Bhutan to meet with his family again. So yeah, and then what happens there? If there's drama involved, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And also any movie
I
di
don't know
change
how
this the Louise.
Yeah.
Change age group with the ngazum chibe watching ngalab. Please don't think that I'm too old. You know, they were even a change some get loot at Pam Pinchalami Kachina, Dylan Shigo, Machigo, Matamotoneshe, but Mustangal, which is favorite food Kachima Utan to be the searching Nailang, but the easy Shakam. To chumap gito chumkap gito mush tansri gito sujas lang but mo chill na burger lo sandwich to as long but mush no sorry but this is the fact manga sai long ching long
Ani long but also like nish na zong burger
I'm glad but mo the ani sumbe ngi puru chi watching kugi he would rather say pizza lo spaghetti lo lalu chi chili bito gi minge mi shi ngai thana lo chinga ani sum hai mi ko so ani sumbe with love from Bhutan gi kache touch be masru ani values ha ko chi kachima searching ngai kachi ha ko isu chi ngachi rugi ge khapna joda lu ngachi ngota kha che bate identity kha che ba rawa lab rawa jaw rawa cap shidu ngachi kanya membe ma hebu gale mo yente gi thekale biru ru na mesami cabin ali cap du ba the kachi ngachi rule mi meeting ngachi kachi du su ngachi ngota di me bate so ngota is the beautiful costumes that we have mo shadunga nam gi gen bija no mo ngachi lu na di shanu chilabbe ani sum shigo disu telen zatsa simit kachina zatsa kachmo chilib disu ruchi ga debi to sanira milo rutowa ai saju nima apa saju chiru pusabe julu mo so ngachi na luti ta jande ba ngachi na ni be juni sum be da ba incline jode ba kachum sun chiru pu disu pap gc be no ma su mosh towa ama hansa jogo bela na mo an sum be da so ani jani sum be da I'm not saying that disappear be asunu sum mo slightly we are inclining towards it so I think with love from Bhutan has come at the very right time to, you know, make us this beautiful reminder how important your family is, how important your culture, your values are. Ante meba. So ani kadi bitu musuchi chi gya khaplu dimi puchigi, dubi ki puchigi chi gya khaplu dibe. Ngachir gya khap no ngombe.
Rediscovering.
Ani bi meba. So an buda namsi ani song di gato to yu ta ngachi si se me jinda Jimmy Tashi Yoedsel Wangchuck Jimmy the character be do ba.
Achi dubi lamlu le jami ge ni ko le lam.
Oh ani sum be lamlu se jangay ma jang sa ani be dinu ba ni the top belch and top ki and suka hus no ba either we can go this side or that side some huge no ba dan. So now it's us, it's our responsibility as a podcast organizer or as YouTuber, as content creator or as an actor. It is our job not just to entertain and make people laugh, but also to educate. Remember, the second job is to educate. Remember, so ani and simple way, but now why chica tin home the why? Now let the mommy chica breakfast. Do say no.
Okay, nice.
Wow,
nice. Nice. Well put. Well. Market ready is the season ready.
This July 1st.
So, before we move on, your character, can you explain about what your character is?
You mean the character is meme? Chillo's meme, Ngomba's meme. I think that thing is chefing.
Oh.
Chefing. Then I love food. I like to cook. So I have some job that is super as an actor. I taps up a top of and the taps up the come important to win the more. You go shimton to be watching. Me kadim chiki heart touch besu me kadim chi connect besu me kadim chi how wonderfully we can bring together different types of people through food. Remember the more so anaru ariatara gi pitsave ru moru ru genkuja chichi ru charmi gi mo su time more ke chabe more gi bedi tru mo gi ru an zum rol nga gi na me machimi chichi be dinalu nga chi gi ta nga gi la penta ngani login di tup se kha ka chibi si se labachin la because ngan na me so ten me ba unlike in my other films where I'm there like 24/7 zumbe 3 hours zumbe 2 hours feature length na I'm not there all the time. Jimmy is always there because Jimmy is the one who is taking the story around. We are there to contribute to Jimmy's story and also my sole purpose is to bring Jimmy forward because we need super talented actors. Do we are talented do which I'm very much proud of. The Kachibeko be searching me as an older actor who's been in this industry for quite long. I feel like this is my responsibility to bring forward all the good actors who are so passionate about doing something to the industry, not just about getting the fame, name, popular, hey, Tashi Yoedsel member. I'm sorry, they are very young, but I want to do something. So I thought maybe if I come in as Ariatara, maybe I can, push forward Jimmy, and maybe he can be a wonderful actor in the future. So I don't know where I was a part of With Love from Bhutan.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's nice. What a great, good answer. So let's go back to Wangchuck. So Chemo, you being also the actor, lead, and also being a producer more. But you mentioned Charmi is the writer and director, so it's her concept. So how did you get involved with her in order to bring this together?
So after going to film school, while I was there, 2016, I was looking for a story actually. 2016. So we were meeting with different producers, different directors, different writers, trying to find a story. And then finally, I had the opportunity to meet Chami, and then we had a discussion. We met. Then she had a few concepts, and then finally we decided on With Love from Bhutan.
Okay.
So,
But what about the story? Did you like, okay, this is the one from like she loved them and but what about Charmi, or was it the story?
Because I was looking for a coming of age type of film. So my prompt was like, wake up Sid. Wake up Sid.
Okay.
Ranbir Kapoor ki film. I was like, something like this I think would be cool.
Okay.
But then the stories that I was getting was nothing like it. And even With Love from Bhutan is nothing like it, but it had that coming of age feel to it. And it seemed very genuine, it seemed very honest, it seemed like a relatable story in our time right now. What's going on, with people moving to Australia and everything, and people like us also when we go to college, we go outside, boarding school, all of that stuff. So it was a relatable thing, and that's why I think we went forward with that.
Nola, any questions? Since this was your debut, and Ogi now she's already like mentioned seasoned more. It seems like a nice blend. So I'll ask both of you, what did you learn from working with O, who's a seasoned was one of the most revered actors in Bhutan, and what did you learn from working with someone new? Because I remember Wangchuck has his own way of getting into character. The season being Sharagi better more. So did you learn from anything, or did you notice anything? What was the contrast that the experience be?
Do you want to answer?
Both.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it's like being with her, being with Tandin Bidha is like I'm learning every day, every moment, like even now, and
better be nice.
And so I'm always learning from her, constantly. And it was just not With Love, but we did The Window together.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that next time.
And then we had this director and actors program where we did like a short film, and then we went on BBS together. So there's so many things. Even from a producer standpoint, I'm always seeking her advice, and she's always there for me. So constantly learning every day. The type of person that she is, level-headed, grounded, so humble, and at the same time she works so hard. So learning how she does things, how she lives her life healthy, health-wise also. For me, that's very important to take care of my health. Now after I got sick, right? So watching all of that. Yeah, so trying to be the best version of myself. And so yeah, I get to learn. So much from her every day. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm signing you for my next project if I ever produce. Jokes apart.
Okay, what about you?
Tashi, thank you so much. For me, I saw the spark in Tashi. I saw the energy in Tashi because there were quite a lot of actors. Hemalera, not old and new, remember. Chapchep laluchi ani be omeba la jem be omdalu chungku be omdalu part chungku chike miru not about I'm not talking about the lead actors thakpa de kin dan gikol la me they're also very talented hardworking yoba so ani spark de thumna same guy bate because for me it's not just about me. For me, the film is everything for me. It's like my organ, remember? It's like a body part of Tandin Bidha, remember? So when I see my co-actor put in effort, do his rehearsals, do his lines properly, do his homework, I see a future in him, remember? I see a future of Bhutanese industry in him. So I saw that in him. From day one, rehearsal time, he wanted to know what he was doing. Because most of the time when a young boy come on a set, he's all about his looks, remember? And I'm like, oh my God. This is the least thing you have to worry about. Seriously, as an actor, I'm not a good-looking person, seriously, but I am not conscious about that. I feel like I'm okay. Remember more. And they were quite a... when I was starting, Pumcharim la career start by, if you may remember, I don't know. But looks chamchi remember and field nalu jarim chamchi even if you are average it's okay khadamito hapas hambi and if you can express and if you love your job if you are passionate about what you're doing then I think it will take you to places so I saw that in him and dubaru ani namseme khadebe thonga nga jachi thonga nga mo de charim thonga o nga tan ripete ji ka nga mo khadebe overshadow benda muki screen time kadebe chhoni se mema ko intention his intention was all about nga Arya Tara chi ka lo da khadebe na so he saw me as Arya Tara not as Tandin Bidha who did 45 films and she's already there he didn't see me like that he saw me like Arya Tara so he asked me nga Arya Tara chi ka lo la bising khadebe lapni na so he would always ask me so I saw that. So this I would want to take it further, and I would like to tell this to the younger generation that if you could come like that, well prepared, and if you're not worried about what is here, and if you are more focused on what is here, magic will happen. And he's just like that. So I'm proud of you.
Nice.
So you're going to sign me for your next film if you're ever going to produce?
Always talking too much about how you get into character. And I think when I was on set, you were like so immersed in character. You didn't want to think about anything else.
You went to the set?
I said no, he was in the zone, miss. Obviously, I thought
because I'm someone who can, maybe because I grew up on set in I started when I was 18. So also maybe I think I take things lightly. Maybe I'm not as hardworking as Tashi is. But when I was on set, Secret Garden ki jindalu thank you so much. Kungi runga che sagonam simi gato to chi tatu shu jago kore. Telen ngachi Pangunalu labeni ki kokapchi telen kongi space ka ara ngachi luchi anytime ngachi nam shoot be kopchi teleru ani jinda pumdi ki mi ani blue loy thank you so much jigo dus ka ara mogi zoi ngachi ki to dis jachi chi sagonosis be thoma chinte blue doji ki kadi ru mok alu ko jabe ngachi tenu charo be oi so thank you so much
thank you
no thank you and telen ani video was Secret Garden away ngade ani video ma te ki chape karalo hello slap thuma te hello so ko ani thon mo hi slap sorry lo yeah so ngade mo na se ngalo kagi an mi bewote so suddenly Jimmy lo ya khatsa khani set na ngai ka chin si lab te dengai na thing be mo te I'm someone who thinks so much ya tangai ka chila lo ni te alu te ta sha nga ge shui nga yan zum be chip sare lam ni mi usinga as bad feel be te nga ya ngai ta ka chila lo ni me an chin ya acting ki kol la na sten nga gar na jo no stai mo tren jo chuka im be te nga chuta me just denga te chi dise hi deng sa sa lo
뭐야 좋아세
야 임be te kan le
konyi 좋아세
nga no ya ngara is zoina we ngani beni ya the titkam nga blunt wa so titkam nga gi ani no so matam gal lab jomo bate so nga gi de as jokingly labre the khongi sem ka pop up de ya nga gi ani beni nga di I'm here to help them grow in but mo go forward and yeah did I mess up some is doing current chuno stang the thinche tan time mo den compose be last na de khoni character na jijing oh my god
method acting
so, you know,
oh na yes sim the shit we'll get into your process that but na yes sim na no lab chu watch the like I said konga charo shunka le from sunshine also you remember from the sunshine then dung example le second ngo shewa de so passet no ochar because ma'am charmi said can you come as extra of course I'll help set the way but the pa job ko set na paper that and the power with the wes the way the way bro get away better way last no script tamo
that cold look no
malta
oh my god
oh a movie chi zo comes to us now as name but then again my second thought to it I was me drag overreact I was like wait a minute okay character na do by chance so I cannot just judge more and being a chigui and like then Tilly you know today your AD shout out to Tilly so Tilly chebe and I'm telling me what now some character na zimi kanyeme character na zimi you know what the next day I don't think you remember next day charo we went I came to Kenrap and Zuki's wedding shout out to Kenrap and Zuki and I chebe that previous day ko cool bi jimi na tanap chisme khishbe mo same aus masnoi the pajip chi kodaro chase of we size doro cool na me the way me that's maro chudu me asno ina we gadena I was thinking I might the crazy one what else but then later on
method acting
so let's go back to that so is that your process when you want to get into the character
I'm so sorry
you don't want to get out there so just let's hear from you now
but it's nice
it's nice no
this is what I learned from him because you know I'll be eating something and then your take is ready and I'm like I can do this.
But you snap in and out
and it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm taking things not seriously. So no, because when I saw him and Denka, they're like, why not? I just say hard work. I thought, oh, I'm here to help them, but looks like I need help. No, socks pull. But then I was like, oh no, I can't take things easily. So no, but no.
So let's hear your process.
But first of all, I just want to say that even. Like she's saying all of that stuff, but then that's not true. Her snapping in and out is like her skill. Like that's a master.
Yes.
You know, when somebody's like excelled,
muscle memory zoom in.
18 years in the industry, you know, top level actor. Yeah, it's like she can like and at top level. So it's like for me to do that, it's like I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. That's why. And yeah, so I'm learning different techniques now.
Okay.
Different methods of acting and different processes also. But at that time, that's the only way I knew how to do it. And yeah.
So what, do you just block out whatever what you was thinking and try to get into what Jimmy
so
thinking?
I wrote like
the position is and
I asked Chami, production nalu. I wrote a backstory D by there.
Oh,
so backstory D. Where he grew up, what type of music he listens to, how he dresses up, how he was with his friends at school. He's an introvert, remember that? Like so it's a whole movie again.
Okay.
So Ani this to D, but then we did the hairstyle.
Wow.
I put contact lenses on. And then we did the outfits also through the backstory. I shared it with Game It, amazing. Thank you so much, Games. Without her, we wouldn't have been able to look so.
Yes.
If we do look good at all, so because of her and Sharp Ajim with the makeup and stuff, makes a world of a difference. And so so did that backstory and stuff. So the idea was just like I followed that, got into his character, tried to get into his skin, and then try to stay that way. Yeah, and then the crazy thing was. So I'm actually an extrovert, right? Mo, you know me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then after doing this movie, no, it's the introvert.
Heath Ledger asked me.
No, but I wish I would dream of like being able to do it like Heath Ledger or like more Daniel Day-Lewis. These guys are like gods, man. Like mine would be like 1% of what they're doing. You know what I mean? But I'm still trying my best, and I think it was the fear of not being able to like. okay, and I have to do well. You know, I can't mess it up. So that fear, it was like, okay, I have to do every day. Like I have to give it my all, even if it's like 1% short, I fail. Like that's the type of pressure.
Perfectionist
No,
Yeah,
that's
so-
why I was saying that I saw the spark, you know, that
Yeah.
zeal in doing something to the industry.
Can I ask something?
Yeah,
Yes,
do what
please.
add.
Finally, you get to speak. Sorry.
Like, I'm curious to know that the chingin up them in different methods of acting do set up the. Like I'm curious to know the past said have that there's a lot of pressure in like there's a production on your back also. So I'm thinking about, is there any factors like chikagi factors where you feel like it might bleed into your performance? How do you manage to shut it off, like all the external things that happen?
For me, it was like isolation. So I come on the set and I usually stay alone in the corner, or in the car, or in some room, read the script, listen. Music really helps. Yeah. So I watched a lot of interviews on actors and actresses and all. They keep talking about music, and so music was something that every time I felt like, oh, I'm going out of it, I isolate, put on the music, reread the script. Like, so if we're doing like 5 scenes today, I'll think about the next 5 and the next 5 after and the next 5 after. So if I'm just waiting there, I just keep revising like I'm studying. So yeah, and then after a while you just in that space, I guess. Yeah. And even at home, going back home, trying not to relationship. I think it's Khabib also says more sacrifice. So you sacrifice your family time, your relationship time. You just try to not let. You don't want like such big problems or anything like that would mess up that process. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
get what you say.
isolating that. Yeah, that was how I tried to do it.
Like take the watch more question character method na but you're saying you're stepping out. Should I try to also go deep in, or is it maybe it's there for them, but for me it works for them.
Ani Mebasai, I'm so used to being on set. I grew up on set, yeah. 18 years to start Benumu when I knew nothing about film. I just wanted to be on set, but for me it's like coming home. It's my happy place. When I'm on set, I'm the happiest person in Mate. So what I do is I forgot about method and all because I'm not used to all of these things, and suddenly after 45 films I can't do that now. Sorry, I cannot. I want to be like them, seriously, but I can't do that. So it's tiring for me because when I get back, I'm a mother, and yes, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter. You know, I have to run the house. So there is no way I can be that. If I'm playing angry, I can't be that angry woman
at home
when I get home, because I have to be somebody's daughter, you know? Then I have to be somebody's mother. So what I do is commute. So when I commute from set to Chimna, I try to remove the character. So I play a song. Then I try to. Then I'm like, okay, now I'm going home. I'm leaving the character there. So then I be the mother and the daughter, and I cook, I clean, I do things. Then I put him to sleep, put my son to sleep. I do everything, and then then I wear the character again, slightly. Yes. Rehearsal so the moment you rehearse, you're wearing the character, remember? You're getting into the character, remember? So I do it slightly, like Navagachi Dugata. Okay, so Nabadi Moani Bimbe, Anigi, Nabagi scene ki Dangachi scene 15, 25, 17, Anibojin, 17, 18 Nakachidu. 16 Nakachidu, 14 Nakani, this is Hachita, mood, and any Jume, and Miss Labe. I sleep with that.
Okay.
I sleep with the character so that she's with me. I can't be the character again. So I just try not to move far away from the character, but I'm there. Yes, but I'm also Gawa's mother. So I just prepare everything. Then the moment I get in the car, then I switch fully into the character. Like I sing a song, you know, then I'm like, that is sad, much is sad. Okay, now sad. Oh, you know, then okay, tamo sad me. Yeah, okay, sing look. So if it is 20 minutes drive from my home to set, I try to do 30 minutes. it's a more detour baby. By the time I'm there, I'm already in my character. Think I Jimmy to drink I to. But nga zone na yawate. I'm selfish that way, so sorry. I'm like, just a kitchen
But what I'm hearing is she's zone that is but you have your own way of getting in your zone.
Yes.
And
I also do meditation. No, so meditation helps so much. And I even ask him to do meditation. I'm like, you do this meditation. No, it will just. And remember, God, it's such align better watching. Once an align better and string the strong, yeah. So watching, you can mess up with the ball. Remember the ball, but okay, come up. So this is amazing, It's so amazing too. If you make your brain and heart do things, they do, huh? No. It's just that you have to make sure they do it. You can't say half-heartedly like, can you want to do it? No. And you okay. I've been the fridge na cake okay, sanna. Shada. Oh, nyamta me. Ya chusi chunya si. And cream the caramel jodo. Oh, fresh piece of the shimate. Jada. Remember, okay, ngasani la be no me chusa so it's just like that. Or if you decided not to eat, I'm like, mungo nga misang nyamta me. It's not good for me. It's after 12. I don't want to eat. Now it's just true to sunny searching. Yes, you can do it. But like if you are not stern or not serious about what you want and what you don't want, then it's a mess. Anyway.
Okay, thank you. Not just acting advice, but life advice for cake.
From the Zen master.
The projects that I've done and the films that I've worked on, and I've seen like actors in acting workshop now, different actors come. We've all acted together. I can 100% say she's like the best actor I've seen, dude.
Definitely going to get a role in my next film. Seriously.
No, honestly. If you see her perform live,
of course.
Right? On set, when you watch her on set, then it's like, whoa, wait, what's that? Like,
Yes.
And she'll be like doing something, and then she has to do a major crying scene. She'll do it like off the bat. And they say, okay, crying scene, the boom the sweet, and jame. So there's this thing more. But if there's like an angry scene, if there's like a happy scene, whatever scene you put her in, she won't like make a fuss, she'll just do it. And it's like, I've seen her do that, where we were in a glitch, where, something's not working in production, this person's not shown up, or something's not right. Oh, yeah, Tandin Bidha, can you do this? Yeah, okay. And then she goes and does it. And it's like, wow, what the heck? So it's like, it's up there, man.
Please, can you serve him some more
water.
tea? Being so nice. Yes, please.
Then still back to character. Our last question before we can move on is how do you get out of character? Now we got how you get in, man. So how do you get out now?
Yeah, so this I'm struggling.
It's not easy.
I'm still trying to figure out.
I'm still character a little bit.
This I'm trying to crack it. Like.
So what is your process, Papa? You still isolate yourself? Huh?
Isolation helps more.
But then check it, throughout the production stage, you're doing so much method. Are you in character throughout the whole production, even when the cameras are off?
No.
You're not. So when the camera's off,
So
you
there's a
take
switch
time.
off.
No, when I go home, then it's off.
Oh, okay.
Try to do it off. But then there's lingering feelings, Lucy. It's quite weird. But anyways,
But you mean initially serious initially but do you when we started doing our scenes, he was not like then he was like easy with what was happening, and he can play around with the gears. So initially he was like staring this is the simple example I can give you. So I think first time learned with so initially you know that you are safe, you know how to drive and sense so then I think he is comfortable in the zone. So when we were doing our scenes, he would remind my lines at some point. And last scene, he started reminding my lines also. He's like, I think you messed up your lines. So he was that much good. So but I don't know. You were easy with your, taking up the roles and releasing the thing. But I don't know how he did after that when he get home and.
I think there's like always threats, to get back. Like family is a threat sometimes. Genghis for me, my dog. So chilling with him, But then if you're doing a sad or heavy scene and you go back home, even if you're playing with your dog, you're not thinking about it. You felt those emotions, so they're inside Zumaimam. And even if you're pretending, but you're not really pretending because you're feeling him. So it's damn confusing, man. Yeah, right? It's like, what the heck is going on? So I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, specifically out more. Okay, so with that being said, more. Oh, and also since you guys also did the window last we talked to Ningjer about theater, and so what do you find is the difference between now on-screen acting and play acting, at least from Rana's perspective? Now, what was the challenging part, and how did you transition both?
It was like stepping out of my cocoon, remember? Film is my comfort zone. It's like having ice cream when you're having PMS. For me, going to a film set. Of course, it doesn't mean that I'm not working hard. I'm still working hard. I do my lines, I do my rehearsals, I do that. I read my script like 50 times before I go on set. I still do that. I'm like, I have to level up and do it like 100 times. So yeah. But Kachimo Sochta theater it was like stepping out of my comfort zone. I was risking my career also at some point.
No.
Yeah. Then acting ki course of the demo. Chami, I love Chami and I love what she does. I know how good she is in things that she do. So if I ever do theater, because I do not want to risk my career. So I thought I must do it with Jami. So she said, "Tandi role chiyu labdemo and theater chi, but you have to act as somebody's mother, a young girl's mother." I said, "I don't give a shit about age and remember, I'm not 80 years old women. Seriously, I'm not 70 years old. I'm not 60. So it's okay for me to play that role. It's okay. I don't have to look glamorous all the time." But I said, "Okay, blankly okay, without any." A fraction of a second, I said yes because I trust Chami so much. I said okay, but college I will do it. Yalla theater Anna arambe ramu comfort zone arambe di role jam to mo beni sawana arambe de sauda kachibi lame be chom chega mo theater kachino stambe to analyze baby lab go besnui. Then Tashi Yoedsel the Kalabji Quaitibilo. The Len Charojimi de Soydunga Chipa theatre group Nalidu, the Lensachi Chegalo Chevajo Begale, director Tomsepki office name. The Tanga maybe sorry Silava, Tashu don't come more, Gadvilami. Nana let me do it away more. The Kadipe Isru Anita actor be image me Silavu Dubate. Minu labachin do labachin tin saguchi minu, but everybody knows who Tandin Bidha is. Mo aniti the rugakab jungab is not some bomb with Tizumbi Mire and Chirigi, Milo the Tintimchi Dubate mo. Tahani don't call Yalama, Tisho, and Katibis Semidipena, and Imchi Tatusun's a lats again be Midikara, Tawa Miss Noid. Theatre seemed to be a day. Tilin tupsi do you want that permitting chapter Shui and never at the Charmi Chu indicating a blindly moagi. I said yes, so I hope you can bring out the best in me. And by the way, I'm director's actor. So director Kikabe Zochi and Imbanga Akachambe Zundumina. Tiki and Tom Jachi Zorzo, Mito Jachi Zorzo, Dikungilabai. So I'm director's actor. The Hanibilapching, I should trust me one Giza. The Anibilap de Bara. As on kind of touches English na ilo. The thing I see without having a Yalama Tanga English na look at the Monga and proper sentence built babbing an express bill of Bemitsu. Why, how am I supposed to do a theater in English and express my emotion? This English is not my mother language, remember that? It's not my... And then I didn't grow up speaking English in schools, and I never read when I was young. I mean, like, I did go to school, by the way. But yeah, chingy time gives me memory where you speak English all the time. No. So I feel so uneasy when I have to speak in English. Then I express so I'm always reluctant about it. I feel so uneasy about it. I'm not confident about it. Then I senu the jogela with junks minubata. Then dream, the lepechatani gutsumu, gutsu pronunciation, the shame she were quitting she any pronunciation any begolon, Yatups tiba moteru and with tani dumu, YouTube Naltani do and she pronunciation the Anibisani in the Chapsana Juranilla, the Neruanitamu. Tinating I imina, I give best cop Nadula 200% to the channel, 600% to theatre. Then after 1 week, after 1 week, Machikara meeting bay. Charmi now Chigara meeting baby. The Kadavi feel Bume is a different Karalapter one and Bume, Laluchi the character Hamiko, Kadibina Michigan. ngalu chide mo ngangu ya si because nga blank missing ya am almost kind of mishbe 1 week into rehearsal. Okay, oh my god, imagine nga the script that top hour I know what I'm doing tomorrow because tonight I read my script and I know what I'm doing mo lam kade ju nga ngara gi zong mo dinam sim sad chi ndo me se ngara gi zong yan chi mo happy me mo crazy me ngara gi backstory ngara gi tv ngara gi prepare be thengse ngai shi si mo kachi beunga ya lama anina 1 week asur ngal lengo zum be me se. And I'm working with all the new actors and who are like really good. And I'm like, yeah, Ausup is pro in theater. He's a theater king memo. Then kachilo namge it's a hardworking too. Namge nga jasuko so sachime. One some hard work. She's young and she's doing it for the first time. And I'm like, I really had to pull my socks. Telling ngadi telingu ya nangu nga mashi nga hame ko nga some confused asis lapchi mangu ges no itungwe chai ngu chauda but apalerangu yes because I couldn't figure out what I was doing and I was so angry with myself that why did I even say yes to this. I was so angry with myself. I'm like halama 600% effort churu ani theater di gachina ra hame ko nga ani theater ki door open be ma shibese meantime ko halfway hisnuro not guru chimishe mo gati na mishive and these guys have already crossed the halfway. And I felt like I was the most stupid, most dumbest, most shittiest person on the set. Then I felt so bad about myself. I'm like, what am I doing? Why did I even sign up? But in the end, it turned out so well, no? And I felt so proud of myself. I felt proud of everyone. I'm so grateful to Jami. Jami is my theater guru. I look up to her.
But very interesting.
Oh my God!
I was there during premieres. I really enjoyed everyone's performance, and I can now backstory a bit. I'm appreciative with the fact that you went out of your comfort zone, and you have everything to lose,
yes,
and not much to gain.
I know.
And yet, it's also very inspiring to hear. And then so
thank you so much.
Really
I cried here in front of everyone.
Really
I'm like, I don't know what I'm
Hearing the
doing.
backstory.
And at the same time raising a kid.
Yeah.
Of course. And also Ampanjo screening was happening that
Yeah.
day.
Yes, and then and my conversation was most of the time with Ausup and sometimes I don't even understand what he's speaking there. Like I'm so sorry. I'm like but it's not that cookie accent wrong. I'm not used to hearing something like that in a conversation. And I'm like, and suddenly when I have to put up with a set of people who speaks in English, the Kachidabru English, why? No, it was so hard for me. But now when I look back, I'm like, comfort zone. But now I want to do more theaters. Chilgi came ngari ability to question beba. Any question maberuti and I'm some question bego Mindus knowing I that no standards so younger generation to sumo why nga pemisu to making a judge be nga tishu don semana. If you want to do it, yeah, why can't you guys do it? I need lesson. My story was quite long.
But very interesting. What about you? What's your contrast at least, Chiragi? From theatre versus what do you call regular feature film acting? And the same process in the character with the same lines also is you have to memorize much longer period. You only get one try. You only get one try. Yes. So how did you adapt, or what is the difference you noticed?
So for me also again like Tandin Bidha was saying that it was Chami's project, so blindly said yes to it, knowing what she brings to the table also. So said okay, and then got on board, and then it was a musical. So that was fun singing. I mean, I'm sure Norla can relate being up on stage and performing more. That rush that you get.
Of course.
So that's there. But then there's only like you said also, it's like one take. You mess up, you better improvise because there's no going back. So Hanzumbe, those feelings. But it was very different. It was a lot of work. Theatre nalo because you're constantly running through the whole. Like it's like you're doing the film every day, again and again and again and again and again. It's like my God, and then you have to keep it fresh. So that was like, but it was fun. It was fun. We had a lot of fun being on, having the set together, singing songs, and I was able to produce some of the songs also. Jami gave me the opportunity to produce some of the songs, so I produced and wrote some of the songs. So Yeah.
nga no be is way nga ti ani dialogue chi lam ni de nga kam chi no sum tang go be kam chi ka uchi me khon du se chapter thing me kara digale move pe go be chi go be ma pop go mo chapter thing nga no is hala ma nga chapter che ten chu chi nga di stage ta yalo ni nga go ju ni se nga go ju ni se ayo
Tandin Bidha can sing, by the way. Next project, I think you should let her sing. I've heard her sing.
Yeah.
When she was doing the humming and stuff, when she's holding the clothes.
That is the only
Then it's
time
like,
when I get to
whoa,
sing.
okay. No, because when a person hums in key,
No, then I had to level up. You know,
Yeah.
you guys were all singing. I had to level up. So that's why I'm like,
Okay, no, let's finish the element of it.
Hindi ka.
The zone out as
Yeah, man. As ani ko naman like Ajim was talking about kamchi lakadiga inki gibendi mo Ajim zongkhanara bedendigi. So do you guys think that in a certain type of language you can express more nga chiki zongkha tekayebda lap suemi na tcherkhap ta inki na dialogue sosti be the zongkha na translate zumchi imwajin I think mado chi dongba te ta chi khatale gadebe omme ta na ba zongkha atsre chi ani lonin sap this na beru zongkha this atsagen the Ajim Kata Peru and the Inki the Sutsuda. That's so omega. Do you think the performance come out differently?
Tato ani movie chi bong ai kaina sala pe ani na dalu. What I did was first I translated all the Dzongkha into English.
So the script
Wrote it,
they
yeah.
give you is in Dzongkha.
yeah. The
It's in
script
Dzongkha.
comes in Dzongkha.
Dzongkha, so I had to
Good
translate that into English. And then it was like, oh, am I doing a French film? It's feeling like that first.
theater with any
Yeah,
TV.
I was feeling like,
You should do the more.
am I doing a
Yeah.
French film? What am I doing? And then, but then I thought of the lines in English and then reworded it in Dzongkha. And then I tried to make it my own, like and also there were lines where we had to make on set. Nyachagi lines dusu, so ani dusu. It was quite. I think that's the French. Yeah, yeah, right. And I had to learn the French language. I had to learn the Nyachagi words meaning. I think
And then
most important is to.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Most important is to learn the meaning of the words.
Yes.
Because
yes.
when
You
I'm
have to
reading
understand
it,
the meaning,
yeah.
no? Yeah.
If you don't
And
understand it,
Habdalu, then the dialogue lab, the
Yeah,
it was flat.
delivery.
But then
Habbe
meaning-
dialogue labachin, it's like you're reading your textbook. Because when you speak in Dzongkha, there's an intonation. You have to play around with the just like Chilip na zumbe intonation dubate so express with the same shibe but poetic na bilam ni machin and the poetic ki flow che yoba at the same time the feel has to be like low. Remember the mush so when you are expressing your love in a very happy way, poetic way, happy way la poch durani ki intonation so dubate maga. So just like that English na ni dubate. The lendite au sup ta chika bebe de lam kinchu sum khorenga nimla thala ringa dingurumi.
But the old good way, like intonation get take up because I give a little personal experience. Like when I did my that she did a small cameo role, my director did was saying about the intonation. Then I did not experience meaning. How much over there? You were saying things like I was saying like, remember? So like things like that. So in English, when you drink the window, and you have to reprogram intonation.
Yeah.
So but how do you make it come naturally there? Because Tamil last time, C call it focus more, tonation call focus how do you balance all that?
Then just like what Tashi mentioned, I had to understand what Ongmu was trying to tell.
Oh.
Then among we gachila mi try bewina. Then I had to focus. Then charmi ru English benidiki mugi dupta ngachi dup zumbe ani. The ngachi regular duki panda la bachin the pronunciation is wrong juru ke menu but with charmi pronunciation correct go be batero no the kapo ambe jango be bate so ngachi slow ma ngachi chop chop in bate even Russell Peter gilam ya to handsome to ngachi so ngadi to na pesmi juwe bala ko mi be bodoti oh my god my class pipi na lo the best I just don't feel being a thala be yes I had to
code switch
and you do everything from the scratch in and then coming on the set like pro actors they call you that oh she's pro and you have this and you do what and status some cheez ho jana but I hate that when they say that oh she did 40 films 50 films I still don't know anything seriously I really don't know anything so when I have to go there and then they have this mugi se mugi jigrap and then when you fail to do that it's such a shame so on the expectation you let's drop about that I don't want to disappoint anyone and above all, I don't want to disappoint myself in but as an actor mo ani biduwa handsome baby jo de phaju chilip kina bego pe yalla ma 1 hour something ki theater play mo where muengu go be mabda chiga jago be mo tile namsmi sem shi be bego be tile ya ani kati na chigi poets mo poem this read bego be ngati noi te saying kachi be tum lop chiga sim car ani be one by one being achiki ta cupboard dismantle baby log de kati be fix me and I had to figure out everything. But since I had a background of cinema, it wasn't impossible but it was really hard. It was really hard. Torani labda ngaji ru theater to yumi dis ru chuni member. Ngi sago na yube log ma pope theater bebe log ya hata zegoni was difficult silabi because the battle was ngari gutu na imeba. It wasn't with anyone. I was fighting
with yourself.
With myself, which is very bad. Which is very bad. Expectation you but na masama dog ma why ngai fail be watching se ani duba.
But I can tell from both Mwachu the fact that the movie the Matabam I'm sure is going to be good. In theater I told you that I really enjoyed it because the fact that Shinsugi effort the battles you're going through within yourselves more. It shows me what there on camera. And then it's not like I'm discrediting other performances in Bhutan but then then camera you can tell me what you can come and there's keba bomb from it, there's levels to it. So I really appreciate even after 45 movies you can still be willing to learn rather than having the ego that way. I really impressed with both attitudes. I think the right place. I think it's really good if any potential actors want more. Is this thing? This is the right attitude we need to instill more. So now with that also being said, you've now also transitioned a little bit into artistic movies with I the song, and maybe I think. With love from Bhutan, artistic you do maybe a fusion, and Shami is always the artistic. And then I want you saying you did what the new movie you did. Gaina is now a mainstream film. So Nishra, both transitioning into different types. Now he's going more mainstream. I was going a little bit more slightly into artistic, not like leaving commercial completely behind. So what is the difference? At least performance preparation or performance jimda. Movie when you do artistic and commercial.
Best part about mainstream film the anime you don't get to do rehearsals. Did you do rehearsals?
No.
Yeah. We are brought up like that, you know. And when the adapt because we were like on the spot, no rehearsal. But when I first went to Dichin Roder's set, the next whole month you have to come for rehearsal. I'm like, what? I'm not used to rehearsals. I'm like, I do my lines, I'll prepare, I'll do my homework, I'll read my script 500 times, 1,000 times, and I'll be ready. I'll make sure that I know my getter's line also. So she's smart with it. I know I'll do it. She said, no, you have to come for rehearsals. Because I'm not used to, I've never been to rehearsals. So Anna Jo Betote Shichibate Rud Lokian Matsibiki Dauchi Hemale every day 2 hours, 3 hours you have to meet your actor, your director, Mugi camera chibat and lines lecture up the emotion of Z10 to run a bemo and the emotion is Z10 shit and a political system the emotions had some tens of singer but no, we have to do that. That by the time you're on set, you're fully prepared to meet. Yes, scene number 10 ready, scene number 15 ready, scene number 100 ready, and you know mood kadebe joina kadimchi kadebe mood ki graph in a film. You are not like sad throughout the film. The climax you movie mood so the beginning when she's different do when she's sad. Do what the most so any climax graph thing by the time you're on set you are ready. You know. You don't have to rehearse like 10th penny much in 11 the 12 na kachibenga tamungo baba. Normally I do that. But I mean rehearse be atara get the chika do fully rehearse bindigi not at home but like bego pero theme ba movie se dozum pero bindigi ani the best part do so ngai no ita nalepha ngaragi kyuchap bedi beru ani chukop du sunoi dauchi rehearsal be masuru haptachi dinchi di atara chitingi ngachi chesu ba ngachi sumbe best cop chizo mamu ngachi sum chara ngachi jip chara chi atara discuss be atara ani kulla bachin ngachi maum da ready juni it's like preparing for a war in the so war field hit right now so left now so okay dodge pe yale ma on the ambush pe no. It's like when you are prepared, then you know okay ani okay ani bocha ani bini okay ngai chharu di right na ani meter na ani khodiung kugi khonalu equipments arms kachi yoga shebeba. So it's just like that. So I think it is necessary from ani kachido kugi movie na ngai kachilan bi so chi ani begop du se khachi bi thonchi then kugi movie na di kongi se lab jum muda ani member the lamni meme mosh kachido ru
commercial movies na
commercial movie na watching ache ani benimi ba so ani begop du se no me te tarungai kachilan be so chinga chi commercial movie mainstream film na lu kachi begop du se watching preparation nam sa khache ba mo prepare be then nam sa express begop minus no me. I'm a very expressive person, so I think this enhances my acting career, remember, because when we were start do it so please do it more. The Bollywood letabe bomnu bate karamu filmmakers film goers kara ansum do bate no we can't help it but dangachi dige we tone down bego ba dangachi start with the career start with we used to have 7 songs. Say You Love Me had 6 songs, you know, then Singlam had 5 songs, so no, and dige betana with Love from Bhutan did we had some?
We have no
yeah,
songs.
but we had to do
We
some
made
songs. Yeah, and we do so either song me but ani hemagi
funny either song has no song.
yeah, but you didn't see the film.
Yeah, but there is background scenes no
glamorous
yes.
normally Bhutanese cinema na kazum wanzum me so we are slowly and gradually getting rid of the songs. Of course, Bhutanese love songs. We grew up watching songs and dances and ngachi culture na rayo bate chapter desu gope mo mi kachilo shirwe chapter theni do farewell gi mi tamda kati khuti iso sona tamda chapter do promotion do the chapter de go bate. It's the core essence of Bhutanese anime bate mo Bhutan Bhutanese, but achi remove peve, but we will still have songs. This is what I feel. So I'm just to learn begop to no man chichi mix baby, but I'm not going to leave mainstream film.
Of course not.
It's like my playground. I have to be there, whether they like it or not. I have to be there. But at the same time, we are bringing ideas, and then that way we can get better. So we can improve.
So we are breaking away from music. Like, what do you?
We are not like we are. I feel like we are bringing down the numbers of music video in a film, and then we can focus on storytelling. Because sometimes we would just put in a song where Keta and Kitty falls in love, and then we will express all of these things through the song, but the lyrics would not be about how I saw you. Okay, if it is about musical ra imba chindi nga che gutama thomda kadi bithui che anirlan bi judis to be ba ani bi zota ba to be, but our songs would be like different. Our song composers are different, who doesn't even know what the film is about. So gradually it's bringing down, and the song composer, like what I did for Glimmer of Hope, my first production, direction, and my first direct me film, I made Lungten see my rockets. Then I asked him to make a song for me. So he did a magic. No, so I try mainstream film na. So I rehearsal go do, prepare do more. Then songs as ich got down do lights play you don't have to look charim kap full on makeup menu well dressed menu. So this is what I learned from working in both the
types of movies.
Field.
Once, what about you? You started actually in a span of short time. You did all 3 types. You did your own production more. Then you went to theater. Then now you've done recently a mainstream project. So then like same like what things you had to adapt differently in Yega, or was it the same process all 3?
The processes were all different. Processes were all very interesting, and I'm still very new, so I still have so much more to experience more right now. But being on a commercial film set was very wholesome. It was like everyone together as a team trying to figure out something, you know. So the art department will help with the camera department will help with the art. The you know. So it's very wholesome. It's a very team-oriented kind of thing. So it was a very nice experience. in terms of pre-production, definitely we should look into that as commercial filmmakers. But it's a really wholesome experience.
Yeah.
Everyone comes together and everyone tries to figure it out together. So that was my experience.
Okay. Yeah, no, do you have anything else? You want to transition to Say Love Me?
That's good, man. Wait a minute, that's Jim. I think like our movie industry was an inspiration drawn from Bollywood.
Yes.
Bollywood lover is not Bollywood entirely. So masala films, I think the term is where you put all the melodramas, the songs in between. And that started the spark where our directors like
inspired
from literally from zero knowledge they're trying to so anita da cha mo hema chungku de we can see that audio take that's culture but the machine but that looking back I really appreciate all the people who've come all the way here just to build the industry.
Of course, yes.
So it's like the golden age golden age, the early beginnings nadi hema gasla masinge and this is over at movie. So then 2000 to 2010 it's like the golden era that's where Hashim came in also, and now I think it's like we're slowly moving away from that.
It's a new generation
and focusing more on storytelling, these stories.
So
because now we have built the base, with our base is so strong now, so now you can't make shitty films. So now you have to focus on story because people know
what's good about
stories.
Yes.
People see films on Netflix. So you have to compete with films that are shown on Netflix. So the competition is tough. So we understand story. The viewers understand story. So that's why Tawa Hoka did really well. When we were starting, Tawa Hoka was just for OTT. I did not expect, like 1% expect that it will be a super hit.
Huge,
Then it happened. So that's how we, have to get better. Because if audience are not ready for change, we will have to still stick to what we have been doing for the longest time. So it's up to you. Nagi kazumbe zini toyega, and depending on that, because ngachigi namisame high class ki namisame brain zu be understand be gopgi Sherlock Holmes gi and zumbe style na zo jabe mo. Tama na ziba mo machindi. So it's up to you. If you guys want us to change, you have to change and come to the theater to watch something different, something new.
Yes, it goes both hand in hand.
Yes.
Like our custom, I think during either song premiere, you're telling me like we need people to come and watch.
Yes,
because we make films like that.
Yes.
But then again, me the then Jinda actor we have to go with what's
yes, then we have to step back.
So right now I think we're in a transition period.
Yes.
Meet Gummy Hima this group and someone who wants something new.
Yes.
And then somewhat along in the between. And I think I used to be that person who like I want something new, but somewhat as it's comfort to do commercial movies.
Yeah,
so I want a blend of both.
Yeah.
So at this there's not the transition period.
That's what we are doing right now. We are giving the blend of both. We'll do commercial films, mainstream masala, full on commercial film, but we are bringing down the songs. So we'll, do one step at a time. Yes.
Yeah.
One step at a time. We will not have 7 songs, glamorous songs where Kitty would be hiding behind the trees and, she's full on makeup. We are not trying to do this now. Even we as an actor do not like that. But I'm not complaining because I did quite a lot of these things. Because I did all of these things, that's why I can do films with Chami. That's why I can do theater with Chami. And that's why I can do films with Dish and Water. It was like a preparation ground for me, Meba. So I'm not complaining. But then, to grow and to evolve, we must change.
Yes, well,
sure. Because we put in so much of amount. He as a producer, I was also a producer. I do produce films. But there's some stress level where you have to, the rogi film pumping investor do where you do not have to worry about any commercial aspect no, you can just think about storytelling, art. cinema. Ani na focus pe jo chinga creative mind, you know, it will bloom me meba. But you have to balance everything and then adjust and also trying to do something different and evolve with it's quite a challenging. But we'll do it gradually. The changes, yes, it's true. The changes you guys have to work on films, you guys have to produce films, tell stories, and na zimi disugi mo hako be anzumbo chinga. We are ever ready to change and do something different. We are, you know, we are longing to bring the change.
Okay, then before you go to say love me that now now more sorry, but I want some free advice too. Me and Nola, I think I've said in the podcast before, but Nola Gia see me like us and Jamang and the original studios team is like Ngachi dream is to make a feature film in Bade. And like Nola and me, we're very similar. We want to blend in the commercial and also a little bit artistic, but we're not that artistic. We like more comedic arts form. But now, what advice would you give, since now both of you have become producers and also have in the industry knowledge you do? So, what advice would you give me and Nola?
First time making a movie.
First time movie. What should we at least any top pointers note peja go
to? The produce pe hala mi asbe ask Tashi te ko produce the beso chi made.
Yeah, Tashi.
I don't think I'm anybody.
Spill the
to give
beans.
advice.
No, but at least you have experience.
You have ideas. Share your ideas.
I think pre-production is the most important thing. Yeah, pre-production is the most important thing. If you have your pre-production set up, then then the shoot schedule you can cut it down. And then once your shoot schedule cuts down, your cost of production goes down because you know you don't have to pay. Your crew is gone. Then after that, it's post-production.
Chingani beskop tai bate. Beskop chechugi tenu sorry.
Yes, it's time traveling go.
And it's really nice.
Thank
it's
you.
Just that we couldn't award you with the best film because there were quite a lot of best films, and then we had to pick one, and then we had to look into every aspect of the film. So that's why you guys didn't win the first prize, but you guys did a wonderful job there.
Thank you.
It was
I
a
love
very
that
good
film.
team. Almost the cutting challenge is no.
It's again there was a time
competition tough to almost all the films were really good. So we had to pick best 5 and then best 4 and then why best 4. Then we had to dissect everything. Remember, you the acting dissect. So that's why we had to select one.
But that's okay. It was like I told Nola and everyone else. The most gifts, the cliche based sound was the journey. Movies, I don't care whether me garu zozo process. I was satisfied.
Yes, you have to start at one point, remember? And you story the gutugura jabe. If you do not start, then you are not doing anything.
Yes.
The moment you start, then you have come you have come halfway. Remember, you have already passed. So I need the win ben the lose ben the kismat ke haath mein hai. It's up to the destiny and the stars and the universe and all. It's also the right time, no? But start being
so the like within this year or next year we want to work and fully dedicate time on the feature film.
Wow, nice.
But I think it's experience here and talking to both of you, we know how important pre-production is.
Pre-production is very important.
Pre-production dedicate and then we have to so many things are going on. Nola has his band and it's also a production company. I have the podcast and also other engagements. We need to put everything aside and and focus. So that's something that's daunting to do, challenging, it's more nervous but we're ready for it, but we need to set a time okay, the Beijing lock in, no?
Yes. I have seen your work. This is something I would always watch with my son. It's so funny. Sometimes I would not even get the humor because I'm not very good with all of these things. So my son would explain it to me Amma, he's trying to say this. Oh my God, how can you be so stupid? No, he's like, Amma, how can you be so stupid? I'm like, why is he doing this? No, and he's like, this is a joke. And I'm like, okay, yeah, in bed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
But
get to
wait.
learn from my son.
Okay, boo. At
through
a young
your
age, how
film.
go
Yes, yes, through your film. So
But satire, we're very sarcastic people,
Yes,
so just joke
yes.
as direct be mijim. Mem zoom be gi real
then I
people.
get tanje kungi podcast and shows that's doing because I don't understand such kind of humor. Seriously, I don't understand. So ngalap chimo ngara joker zoni kundunga ching podcast na so you better be nice with me because I really don't understand. So ching and get up it was I was like, what is this? I don't understand this. I was just seeing the camera work and then, how you were playing around with the cameras and artists kachila na mato joke kachina hami ko evetanga. So it was really good.
Thank you.
Karate chingi episode karate and the spa giti the hotel na ching karate style baby this karate it's so nice. Then kachilo chingi film tai so I feel like you must focus into this and the more you do it the better you will get remember. So if you do not do it, then you will be there.
I see.
Level the more you do it, do not worry about what the result would be. And sometimes you feel like, you have the best of the best team, the best equipment you have, but still then the film will not run well, remember? So sometimes if you put your heart in it and then if you just do it and enjoy the process, it can create magic in there. So you never know. It's like gambling. Film if you want to run.
But yeah, thank
do
you
it.
both for the advice. Better Benny, but like I said, once I focus.
Yes, the post production is very important.
Yeah.
Post production, the space to move. You can discuss.
But I know Anis, if I have to give 100% and all more, it's gonna do damage to my body.
Yes,
so I have to be ready, prepare myself.
Yes,
The Zoom can but I have to give 110%.
Yes.
So ready for that.
And sorry, with
It's
that being
exhausting.
said, With Love from Bhutan is coming out.
Oh, July
Yeah.
1st.
July 1st.
So please come and watch.
At Paro and Thimphu.
Okay, actually, that's nice. Good transition. Nice segue to promote last month.
Yeah.
But before we leave, I know Nola is irking to ask anything about Say You Love Me. So yeah, go up. No, Nola, favorite movie me growing up? No.
Therbarina.
Big fan he met.
The Chingi podcast, subscribe. Follow in. What do you say?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Okay, Nola, yeah.
Judy,
Madu, Say You Love Me ko last segment chibege. Then
Cut the
1
bill,
hour
bro.
break.
nga nam same hema gamichi mo nga theater nam junior mi chungwa de the chachi ni char this chika singlem ta joge of the singlem ni sem such a hit mosh the ta joge ni right the gadvel mi chungku be the mo the say it became like a cult classic nga the ni char this gyara ta we know the dialogues this gyara she ekdam
Shop mega dialogue she say.
she was
Kachi she dialogue please.
mature text nice reading that you remember you remember you remember top same halam chi ben geding ani halam
So nice.
I'll not embarrass myself here
Why?
That is not a big fan.
That's so
nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But also I wanted to ask one more question to Tashi since you are an artist before you were acting music this you dabbling in music. And I also appreciate the different sounds you bring to your music. So what do you think that music has in terms of the emotions that you can bring into a film? Like Gazum Duchi Jablazoda, you said you made songs for the film also.
Yeah.
How was that production process like?
Oh yeah, so With Love from Bhutan we made 2 songs, Come Back and Home. Home. Me and Legzin wrote that song together.
Oh yeah, Legzin. Shout out Legzin.
That's like the title track for the film. It's available on YouTube. I think what we tried to do was we tried to draw the emotion of the film together and just to get it into a song, 3-minute song so they can understand what the movie is about. It's like a teaser of a film. And I think songs add adds another element, another layer to storytelling also, with whether it be background scores or music on its own, like a song.
I think song can make and break, no?
Yeah,
the music.
Yeah.
So so what was the question?
Like in terms of the making production process, I was just asking about how do you think it plays a huge impact on the film also?
Okay.
I'm really
I think it definitely does play a huge impact. The song is available on YouTube, so please go and stream the song on
put the card
YouTube
up.
and also on my like-minded on Spotify. Can you put it here?
No, Spotify must say cards, sumo card. The card, there's cards now, you can put cards.
Song
you
they
can
play
put cards?
best
Yeah.
song. Tachingagi song
But
remove
yeah.
Pinisoda, you might be thinking that tabenga chigi best cop na lo chapter mapali. No. Now we want to use it in a proper way.
Of course, with intentions.
Yeah. Ani kachlo chala chidumo unnecessary wear be mango petita. Okay, pa chika chap machabe. Some steps have to if there's scarf you're using it, remember whether you want it or not. We were using like that. But now, okay, and kola anwe kendo no now what do I need? Okay, anaru kachi ko be accessories. So we will do it in that way. So anabi alter baby wherever we need the songs, because just like what you can remember from your childhood days was our film about the Singlem. Singlem did well because of the song Nisem Nisem, and it's still my favorite song. But they say you love me did well because we had wonderful songs and dialogues,
Yes,
punchlines.
of course.
No? So those were the days. Remember, now we can't do song, and
Of
just
course,
focus
of
on
course.
song. We because we are storyteller, we are educator, but we need good stories. Remember, we need real life stories. Other relate with, but we need songs there. There is
Yes,
always
of course.
song. Whether you are sad, whether you are happy, I feel like instrumental which you're doing, especially with me, like sometimes you don't want to express, but then if there is a guy playing an instrument for me, then he would exactly know what I'm feeling, and then you guys will know what she's feeling right now. So my emotions gara song give so song is very important, seriously, and I look up to you guys. You guys are wonderful, very talented. I love people who can sing and compose songs. Seriously, yeah. Because my voice is terrible and I can't come up with the lyrics. Change it. You guys can watch something and then write a song, and this is amazing. Not everybody can do that. So hats off to you guys. Please keep singing, keep composing songs.
But one thing about like Singlem, one scene where I know that Shabda has really added to the scene was in the confession scene. I think Singlem na past neighbor the current times they want CST na
Yes.
So ana khoni chigi love misubate like ngachi hema anjum connection chi so then this song Singlem
Yes. Then I did see Bezodimal.
I think
That string on my guru. Oh my God, I miss you, sir. I really wish you were here. Kogi ngachi industry's next level na ke one time he was doing songs, and at the same time he was trying to put dialogues into songs and do musicals. Zoni try benumba, but then he had to leave us. It's so sad, he must have done something like that.
Sure,
so now we had to do and undo, remember? Okay, Mango Mutenta, okay, we want to put... He was putting everything and trying to experiment, remember? So yes, it was there. And he was doing it.
They did like that.
Express, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imbe, like with intent, sorry.
Going back to that song, I think there's a part in the movie where there's a song that comes in. Remember that's dining room scene? And then there's a song that comes in.
Yes.
And that song comes in every so often when a certain character comes in. So don't want to reveal the thing also, but those elements also. So huge impact. And when we were actually doing that scene, the dining room scene, we had a music playing.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for, like, everyone got so emotional that time because of the music.
Yes, because of the music.
Yeah,
So music
I think music really enhances our...
plays a vital role.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
No more extra bits. Okay. All right. So last before we end the podcast, we do a personality test here in the podcast. So,
Personality test,
yeah.
Yes.
Simple. So I just want to know, what is your favorite lace color packet?
Lace color. Blue tite. Indian gidi. Khata khobe. Ani chika easy yero I don't mind.
Magic masala.
Jaga ki flavor do hai no star mein.
My prediction that every girl's favorite is blue lace.
Oh yeah.
That's my theory. What about you, Wanchu? Which is your favorite color, lace color?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Classic. Okay.
Classic.
Yellow is song I mapa. But yellow chika easy go. Tasteless thacham chi do. What kind of chips you like? What do you like?
Greeny.
Okay, good. Onion gide ya. Onion flavor, no. There's this another green, a dark green.
Yeah, dark green.
Oh my God, and it's so young, man. I will stick to blue one.
Okay,
So much.
last one, another personality just say, man, just a fun question, just to ask you, to change the thing is, let's say now, tomorrow you die. Okay, so today your last meal gets down, and if you cannot think about one specific meal more, thali but not star, thali not sim gets down, and
Oh my god, I need a thali as big as this table. I need white rice. I need curd.
Okay, nice.
And thick the man, has member.
Okay.
That should remember. I need that real curd. I need. Can I have ematasi also?
Yeah,
I need ematasi with that.
Last meal में तो गच्चे तो सब.
Cheese लुलु में मुझे cheese तो गरम मिलेगा. अनि तासी मनी जीता तब दिलु एमा हम गिम ना पुना खागी एमा fresh पे. ये बुतांग मसानी योगा निम तो नम से टाइम बेजा बे. अंतले नानी then I like to have chips also. Hani na bo chigi plain days dito be. Mo ano yo bo chigi. Oh, then I like to have chicken curry. Paka ba chop be so we. Ani ba ji ruto na le cha du stem be min an zum mazo please. Nga chi khamlo be mo. So ani zum zo chin ani to be then eze go be te eze ti shimra shime mo eze shimtong to ema kam ki eze pizza be chikuna lu be dung be me an tare na ba mixer na member be. I need my suja right. So just hato to be right amount of salt and butter. Don't add milk and amul taza and all those opchi and all. Please, we don't drink suja like that. Remember, this is fake suja. Come on, yeah. So I need my real suja. That is it.
Okay, Papa. Shimto ato.
Yeah, sha kora yore to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pimple theme, but it's okay.
Okay.
Because it's my last meal.
Yes, of course.
So yeah,
last
I'll have
meal.
I want to have my yash also. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Galop kitchen.
Yes.
Okay. Want you? Yeah.
I was writing mine down.
Wow. See.
Your death row thali nakachitsin.
So steak.
Okay.
I love Jimina. Steak.
This is actually good transition because since
See?
the movie is about food, lumena. So and the contrast, another thong about it.
That's why we made this film. No?
Some hard shell tacos.
See, anang alap Jimina kare chili fish jiwa
Sikam
ngayon.
pa. Rice.
Spaghetti love sava.
Spaghetti
Ah,
carbonara.
na.
Carbonara.
Thumbs up.
Dosa mein
Suja.
suche go thousand go.
You should have over there. And eze with the chopped tomato game.
Oh,
Cherry tomato.
And then UK jam. Which is
Kachimo UK sindi.
beef noodle soup. It's Korean. It's a stew.
Anta shana.
And batu-
Tengah cik
batu-
movie it's all about this lah.
Any chick meal bomb chino me. Wow, but chori
Yes, see, our movie is about this.
But nice mix of different things. Lot of masalas for a movie which has not that much.
So if he can get Coca-Cola, I want coffee also. I thought I could only choose one, so I said Suja.
If you can see my face, this is what I've been eating.
Yeah, we
these
talked
days.
about it. Mo. Chi guys left chiga chi gondo dati chi tu mo.
Gondo ta, oh, I love Gondo Tatsi also.
Gondo dati go.
Yeah.
Mai gondo dati daily ga.
But our real Tatsi, I don't like cheese. I want to have real Tatsi, that good one. Pizza bit, chuti too. Yeah, Gondo Tatsi has to. Tarina bani begono sis missing.
Everyone's gondo dati is different because
When I was
depending on
shooting,
which
I had
dati is
that
big.
Tatsi.
Yes, it's
Taste
nice,
is
no?
different, yeah.
Yes.
Ngahambe,
To the butter lugo. And Mara Sugo and Gondo
that
Tatsi.
real Datsi is like where you get from the village. That pure Datsi is like really good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, sure way.
Not
that's
the
why
watered down stuff.
that's why it's called Gondo Tatsi, not Gondo cheese. Right now, restaurants is you're making Gondo cheese, huh?
Britannia cheese ko tala.
Britannia cheese the ga, but not with Gondo Tatsi, no. Gondo Tatsi.
That's the last thing about gas.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, but if you could stick to real.
Ima dati na ani bi same no.
Ema Tatsi jita tab me fresh tim. Atsi jita tab. Suite me please, I don't like suite.
Okay, ima dati na dimo your dream. Ima dati na ima kushto him right na.
Him, but
Okay.
Goplam Benda Chako, I don't want that.
Oh,
please.
yes, dati nema chante.
Yes.
Oh.
Hansumi ngombadi.
Okay,
Mumbai
but
ma
imbe, but I like Vichago pen go.
Okay. Ani di chin tabe ani bi asnu sita.
Chago to.
Ani bi with love from Bhutan is obviously.
Tum to one movie to the sheni me da gade mo ima dati gade draga mo shira. You pick your ima dati. Let me know how you make ima dati in the comments below. Last. All right then. Okay, I think it's a nice segue to end the podcast. Thank you so much, Au,
Thank
and I want you for coming. Truly, Shamukame Dame Au was my favorite actor growing up.
Was.
It still is. Was as a
I'm
kid and still
leaving.
now. Okay.
You're not
Okay, you
going
got. Sorry, ego milo mena. Sorry, but thank you again so much coming. And
Thank you,
then
dear.
after listening to this whole conversation and knowing you through Himalaya, I'm really like inspired, hopeful, and near Rame that the amount of dedication you put into your craft. Because ngachi as a more creator, artist, pinigi, ngachi hagum at least, and then it makes us want to work even harder. Ngachi like we put a lot of effort in our own field, but then I feel like I'm not putting enough. Mamchuko no me, and once you was so time because go subchira nam summit sagende, so that tonga chimo the sagin be better mam sagin no me. So thank you so much for sharing your stories, and we really are looking very hopeful at least from this conversation for whatever you have in store for the future. And finally, now I could not offer you more than just green tea and hot water more. So the final thing I can offer you is you can promote anything you want. Last chance, look into the camera. What is there you want to tell to the people out there who's watching?
Also, would just like to say thank you so much, Sai and Norla, for having us on this podcast. This is one of my favorite podcasts. I mean, my favorite podcast. I watch Flagrant, Joe Rogan, Impulsive, Logan Paul. I feel like it's similar in that vein. So either if I'm trying to sleep, can't sleep, or if I'm eating my food, this is what I watch. The podcasts are really fun, engaging, entertaining. So thank you so much for having me, and keep making the podcast so I can.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so it'll help me sleep at night.
Not
get me bored when I'm eating food. So thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Promote baby, thank you.
Anyway, with love from Bhutan. 1st of July la first chegi nam thiu ani podcast de.
This will come this Friday.
Okay, 1st of July la paro da Thimphu ngi chara yela. So please come and show your love and support. Che omdara telenga chigi movies osube ngachi movies osubdara tengachi content creator ka it's a big society la and it helps a village mebala, not just one person. You're not just helping Tandin Bidha or Tashi, you're helping the entire family of film and everyone associated with film industry. And lastly, but not the least, thank you so much. Thank you. This is my first podcast.
Oh,
nice.
Podcast
because I had to. It's not that I'm ignorant or I'm bossy saying that I don't listen to podcasts. Remember, I really don't have time. Because I'm a mother, so this can be a very good reason, saying that, when you miss on things, like, I'm a mother, no, I can't do this. But seriously, I have to prioritize things. And listening to podcasts and watching a podcast is a luxury. Seriously, it's a luxury. So it's so nice that she gets time to do this. So it's very good because your small contribution can make a huge difference in somebody's life. And your contribution to put an effort to do this podcast in a very little way, you are, it's just a small room, but then, this is being watched by so many people who need someone to be there for her, to listen to, to share things, to have a fun little time. Because I really want to have that time, but I don't have it. Then I have to look after a house, I have a dog, I have cats. So I gotta do it. Then besides that, I have other responsibilities of being a daughter, eldest daughter. There are so many things I have to do besides my job. So I can't do this. Yes. But I'll try to listen to your podcast from now on. Kasi shurichi tai kachidong gachigani lungten gi amsugi charuimu sorry charuina ani tai no nga mu ani TikTok na YouTube tere thomba no sum ganga. I really like her personality. I can see her energy. Yeah, so I really liked her. So ngane ta but not that I don't like others, but antouch mugi thongi so I'm like ngam bum di men stuff. So I just was trying to listen to her, but mugi de I had to move around because gachi chago be no gachi and then I had to do my laundry, so I was listening. You are changing somebody's life, so please keep on doing this, and in a very small way, when it is out there, but now I will listen to your podcast. I do listen to Jay Shetty. Because for me it's all about it's all about this. Sometimes I feel like I have wasted my life, taking everything so seriously. Now I want to be a little funny, then I want to listen to your podcast also and have this light feeling. You're changing lives. So congratulations on that. So Tashi Dele, please help spread the words and support them. Sponsors please support our younger generation. They are the future of our our industry. So please be there for them. So I'm always there for you guys,
Yes,
even
yes,
if you
we
guys
appreciate
produce, if you need my help, not as an actor, because then you have to pay me like really, but,
Really well.
if you need advice and if you have small roles like small roles like where I am there for a day, I'm always there for you guys. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you so
always
much.
there for you
Really
guys. So
appreciate
good
it.
luck. Good
Yes.
luck. And
Okay. All right, then this is the outro. Thank you again. Well, I get more. And also, I forgot to mention, you're not only an inspirational actor, but an balance because I'm a very bad multitasker. But then now you're saying you have to balance being mother, actor,
Now I listen to your
household gender,
podcast
and
also.
so like I said, also, our mom target listeners are people who do henchuni. Laundry chores, and also Garitami. So, gym
I listen to Oprah Winfrey and I forgot.
Now forget
that
Oprah
we have-
Winfrey,
yes,
forget
yes.
Jay Shetty.
Yes, now I
Poro
listen
gym da,
to-
Saipod.
Yes, now I listen to. Now I listen to. Tangagi chinky humor to say good. Happy good stuff. Now I understand
now you're
better.
adapting. Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, we're also learning
I'm
from you.
also,
Learning
yes,
from us.
I'm also evolving. You know.
Yes, yes.
And I'm learning so many things, so many words. So thank you so much for
Thank
that.
you,
Tanga
thank
nyenbing I nyemdarang I tag baby tuki chin to
Okay, well, thank
to
you
make
so
sure
much.
that
We
you know,
appreciate
I'm
it.
doing it.
Less so.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. Anything you want to add on O's promotion? Last plug.
Yes, with love from Bhutan,
Yeah, with
1st
love.
of July.
And also
Love
the other
from
movies, you can maybe give me a hint when it's going to come out. Maybe that, if you want.
September this year. Not sure though. It's still in post.
Okay.
With Love from Bhutan is coming out on starting on the 1st of July. So please do come and watch. It's a family coming of age movie. It's a family film. So I feel like if you come and watch this movie with your siblings, with your mothers, with your grandmother, with your kids,
With your family.
it's a wholesome movie. So if you come together, like you know how when you watch a romantic film, you go with your girlfriend, the experience gets better. So similar to that, like this film, if you watch it together with your family, I feel you'll have a better experience. So I really, really, really hope that I'll see you guys at the theaters. Please do come and support. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
And maybe after the movie, Chimno Jochika Toza, we can talk about it.
Yes.
See, that's how we do it, man. All right. Thank you again. So, thank you everyone who's been watching this podcast. And if you watched it towards the end and you're not subscribed, please, I hope you do consider to subscribe. We're still small, growing, but ever now more motivated. And also, thank you to my pod heads. Kariche. Thank you. Kariche, we appreciate you. We thank you. And also, shout out to Yume Doti for becoming our podhead pro. And in the end, I have to say, if you have watched this podcast for the first time because of these faces, please consider subscribing because of these faces. With that being said, until the next episode, bye-bye.
Bye.
And clapping. 1, 2, 3, clap. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Lasso. Kariche.